Happy 1 year anniversary. What's going on, guys? So it's me, Shoky. Yes, I am on screen, and if I keep looking off to one side, it's because I don't know how to look directly at the camera to talk to you guys. So yeah, it's been 1 year. August 20th, first year of Shoky reviews in the can, guys, and it's been a heck of a year. Considering this was just a random idea to begin with, I never thought it might go anywhere. The fact that it actually got to 1 year and so many videos, so many interactions, all of you great subscribers, and some of the fun stuff that I've gotten to do, the things I've put together in that amount of time, it's just been fun. It's like I didn't even know what this was going to be when it started, other than I wanted to talk about Gunpla, and I built some stuff and I wanted to look at it. So yeah, here we are. 365 days later, and we have made I have made a video more than every day. So currently, as we speak, let's just talk about it real quick. I have 380 videos on the YouTube page. Some of those are private, but it is what it is, or they're unlisted for the Patreon, stuff like that, because they usually get to see things first. So that's 380 videos. It's more than 365, obviously, because math. But the fun thing is, I've actually had to delete stuff, either stuff that got demonetized, stuff like that, or they were the giveaway videos, the puzzles, the multi-linked scavenger hunt videos that I put together for you guys. Those all got deleted eventually, just to get rid of them. No need for them after the event was over. So realistically, I've done right about 400-ish videos in this short year, as it were. But yeah. It's been insane. As of right now, as of recording this, I have 829 subs. I have my list right here. It's probably gone up since I recorded this, so probably 830, somewhere thereabouts. That's insane. I thought maybe I'd have a couple hundred by now, but you guys proved that you liked my stuff, and the subs just exploded. I didn't expect to have 100 subs by my birthday. I didn't expect to have 500 subs by May. I didn't expect any of this. So here we are. I'm gonna claim knocking on the door of 1,000. We're so close. I was hoping to get there by now, but there's just no way to push without spending a ton of money on advertising and stuff like that. Coffee. It is morning time. Yeah, I drink coffee and tea on camera. It's all good. But it's been a lot of fun, guys. And something that absolutely blows my mind is that I have a video that I haven't checked since filming this. The Class of 2016 video is my most viewed video, period. There's nothing even close. And it's literally 10 shy of 10,000 views. Apparently I need to do more top 5s. So realistically, this video is going to sort of be a top 5-ish, top however many-ish video, because I'm going to go over all the fun stuff, my favorite things that I've done, that I've built, that I've reviewed, the fun stuff that I've accomplished and put out there for you guys. I'm also going to go over the worst things that I didn't like over this last year. But I want to put it out to you guys right now. Since I'm going to do my list, down below in the comments, what are your favorite things that I've done, things that I've reviewed, things that I've showed you that you maybe didn't even know existed, or whether it's a toy or a Gunpla kit or whatever. But just let me know what you guys liked about my channel, and also maybe in the future what you want to see me do or try to do, because Shoky needs money. So it is what it is. But before we go and start into that, I forgot something. So I'm going to start off with my favorite builds of this year. And one of them we haven't even taken a look at yet. It is reviewed. You guys will see it this week, but I have not actually put the review out just yet. And it's the Star Wars Y-Wing. Amazing kit. ridiculously intricate and detailed, and you guys will see that in the review. I'm gonna just give you a little sneak peek here. So pretty. Having a hard time not looking at the camera instead of looking at this. So Y-Wing, amazing build. Dan challenged me to build this and not get so frustrated that I throw it through the wall. Spoiler alert, I didn't. In fact, I loved it so much that I built this. And this is actually coming across on camera significantly better than I thought it would. So, amazing. Stay tuned for the review of this guy. And another fun build that I did that I didn't expect to like, but because it's one of my favorite series, and it's kind of no surprise that I liked it. 1.5 Gundam. This Gundam, for some reason, really speaks to me. I wouldn't have thought that I liked purple Gundams. Apparently I like purple Gundams. It's so elegant and so cleanly done. And, I mean, I only had to do a little bit of detail work. You guys saw in a review. But I really do love this thing. I don't know what it is. Now, I have to build a Reborns, which is 90% the same kit. But I think I'm going to like this better just because of the color scheme. Now, there's probably a couple master grades that I really did enjoy building in this amount of time. But I didn't bother getting them out. But I'll list them because you can see them kind of back there. The Heavy Arms Custom. That was a really fun build. Allowed me to fix some of the mistakes that I had done with the original Heavy Arms, and also detail this one up so that I actually liked it. Once again, having a hard time looking at the camera, not looking at the screen. Camera? Screen? Camera. Anyways, so another fun build. You guys saw this. You guys didn't even know I was going to do it, but the custom ball. The ball review in general. The building of the ball was actually really fun. Very simple, easy kit, but I went to the nines on this one. You guys know that. I like this kit. I really do enjoy it. I had a lot of fun detailing this up, painting it, playing around with color schemes, everything like that. This was a really fun build. One of my favorite builds. Hit a ball. So, I didn't bother pulling out the regular one, but he's somewhere over here. I think it was in this case. Yeah, actually, you know what, right there is the normal ball. That's funny. So, another build should not surprise you in any way, shape, or form. Gray's Kuraibata. My favorite is little awesome Grays, and he's looking at you. First ever full-on custom kit bash, full-on paint job with sticker detail, this, that, and the other. Throwing it together for a quick contest. Literally a 3-day thrash of painting and getting everything fully completed. A lot of great memories with that. So much fun, and everybody loves this thing. Like, people have been attracted to my channel because this was the headliner, or the header. So they're, what is that? I have to see it. So, really fun, really awesome. Now, one thing I'm not including in this list of anything is stuff I did before Shoky reviews began. So some of the custom things, like my custom, or my weathered gun tank, that doesn't count because I built that before this. At least in builds. And excuse me, my nose is really running. The coffee's fault. So that's kind of it for my favorite build. You guys let me know. Because there's a lot of fun stuff. You know, the Psycho Zaku, I put a ton of work into that, weathering it and everything like that. That was a lot of fun. But it was also very meticulous, and some of it was a pain in the butt. But I really did enjoy the Psycho Zaku quite a lot, to the point that I may have to actually get the MG later. Here's to Verka. Excuse me, I have to get to another important thing. One of my other favorite builds, completely blanked on it, guys, because I was thinking Gunpla. I forgot. Look at the camera. Thank you. Lego Wally. Very awesome build. You guys know my significance of Wally, and this is such a fun figure. Fun build. He opens up. He's got the plant. He's Wally. He is posable. The tracks friggin' work. If you haven't gotten this by now, what are you waiting on? It's probably not even in stores anymore. Toys R Us, go find it. Forgot about that in the favorite builds, Wally. Oh, you know one thing I don't think I ever did. Hold on, Wally, hold your hand out. It's Wally holding Wally. Yeah, that's a thing that I can do now. All right, so now it's time to go into like my favorite nerdy stuff, favorite toys, and things like that that I reviewed. Early on, I did a lot of smaller stuff. It's actually, let's see, right, like that right there, the Full Metal Alchemist pendant. I really enjoyed stuff like that early on. The TARDIS USB hub, all the little quickies that I did right at the beginning. That I was getting everything from Hastings as it was closing. That was a lot of fun. Not exactly super favorite things. The Pop TARDIS I thought was just a ton of fun. I love Doctor Who, if you guys don't know. But there's significantly better toys that stood out over this last year. Some of which are actually very, very recent. Grimmy. I love my Grimlock. Eddie. You're my favorite person ever this year. Grimlock is so awesome. Look at Grimlock. Grimlock. He's my favorite. He's such my favorite. So, this guy, definitely since he was just reviewed, it's clearly one of my favorite toys ever of all time. So good. I really do love Grimlock. I'm going to set him back down here. Realistically, also Planet X. Prime. I waited for this thing for so long. Massive upgrade to what Hasbro did, Takara did. This Prime is significantly badass. Love this thing. So good. The other Planet X figures, really good, not gonna lie. But Prime, Grimlock, probably my top favorite of the normal class. Normal. They don't really have classes in Planet X. But yeah, you big heavy bastard. My child. Pointy child jabbing me in the face. Apocalypse. He's my friend. He keeps my floor company because he doesn't have anywhere to go. Whenever I have a Detolf that has enough space over it that I could set him on it, that's where he's going to go. This thing is ridiculous. Honestly, this reminds me of holding a very big lizard because the tail tucked under your arm. Anyways, so strange. This thing, Planet X, you guys are amazing for creating something like this. He's going to grab the camera now. But I had a ton of fun reviewing this guy, even though it was the longest and most intricate review I've ever had to do. This guy is amazing. I love this thing. So I'm going to set it right over here. Yep. Your crotch face is popping off, dude. Also, no surprise. Soul of Chogokin Megazord. Absolutely amazing. Very few flaws, one of which being that the pterodactyl chest pops up a little bit. Chrome work, amazing. Die cast, all amazing. Slightly tiny head, no big deal. Transforms properly. Everything is just absolutely amazing with this figure. It's expensive. I'm still paying on it. I'm not gonna lie. Best Megazord I've ever owned, because the only other one I've ever had is the black and gold version. You guys know at this point I'm not a fan of the black and gold Megazord anymore. So Soul Chogokin Megazord. If you don't have it, save up for it or get a credit card, kids. It's worth it. I wish I sold it at Toys R Us so you could just pick it up off the shelf. But what is that? Just hair on my face. Okay. Alright, so other favorite toys that I can't hold up for you guys. So I'll pop it up right here. All of the 8-bits. All of the 8-bits from Jakks Pacific. Jakks, I love what you do. I love the 2.5-inch line. I wish I could get into the 4-inch line because those are really fun. But, you know, it is what it is. But one of the best things you guys have ever created. Squishy. 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 He's my squishy. Yes, he is. He's my squishy. Yes, I'm petting my toy. He's not a toy. He's my squishy. But yeah, he didn't even include him in the Grimlock video. It's like after the fact. I'm like, how did I forget Squishy? I'd forgotten Squishy and his ability to suck giant robots. So, just for fun, there's Squishy trying to attack Grimlock. It's not working. Sorry. And just talking about Squishy, one of the most fun reviews I ever did, because I came up with the idea for the skit, getting the sound effects, him attacking all the giant robots in the house, eventually ending up on my head. I realized I was holding him sideways. Like, you know, ow, ow, still pointy. So, you know. He sucks your life force. Still makes a good bracelet, though. Let's see here. Okay, just cooperate. He's such a little belligerent so-and-so. There we go. He's on the wrist. Seriously, amazing, Jax. Love you guys. If you haven't watched my Squishy review, go ahead. I'll tag it. Whatever. So, that's pretty much it for my favorite toys of the year. If you guys have favorites, down below, things you absolutely loved. Want to see me do more of, because, you know, I can choose my own stuff right and left, but I like to do things for you guys, if I can afford it, mind you. Always the thing. We're going to begin every shot with drinking coffee. It's running low. So, favorite reviews that I've done, more or less. I've already talked about it. Squishy. Squishy was one of my favorite reviews. See that nice little... It's called Segways. So, Squishy, one of my favorite reviews, because it was creative. It let me do a little bit more than just talk about the toy. I actually got to have fun, play with it, and, you know, it's a toy. Play with it. Another great one that was kind of early on. The Voltron Lions. Actually, just reviewing them was fun in and of itself. The best part was reviewing Voltron. You know, because Nick was here. He brought his toys over. When it fell over and yells, "Good job, team." That was, you can't script that. That was just absolutely amazing. It was caught on camera. I left it in the review. So worth it. Actually, any reviews, anything where I've got Nick involved or any of my other friends who come along and they're here for the review, so much fun. Nick and I always have a ton of fun when we're together. We cut up, we're sarcastic. It's so much more fun. If you guys want to see Nick get involved a little bit more, he's busy with life, but it happens. He comes over, he brings his fun, nerdy stuff over. We have build days, as I've talked about before. If we want to see a little bit more of that, now, I know he's up for it. And we will be doing more Nerdcasts with Nick and Corey, and hopefully some of the new guys. So we get Dion back here, we get Daniel back here. A lot of fun. I love building up the Nerdcast crew because I have a wide range of nerd friends, and I'm somewhere right in the middle. I feel like I'm never quite in the middle, so I gotta stare at the camera like this. Okay. Also, Apocalypse. I said that earlier. The Apocalypse review was so much work, but so worth it in the end. Doing the review was worth it, but I had to take a lunch. Literally had to stop for lunch and then come back and pick it up in the middle of transformation. And I loved it. Editing it was a nightmare. Absolutely, editing was a nightmare. But I had fun. I had fun doing it. It's funny, I'm one of those people who appreciates hard work with the payoff. Same thing with the Y-Wing. Y-Wing was an enormous amount of work. Amazing payoff at the end. So even though it was hard, it was meticulous, got angry at it maybe a couple times, in the end run, I love it. I love what I got from it. Some other people don't have that. They actually get angry with the work. They get angry with the meticulous nature. They'll give up partway and then not continue on. And then maybe sell a kit that they weren't very happy with, but they paid a lot of money for. Looking at you, buddy. You know who I'm talking to. Oh, my original Origin gun tank. The gun tank review was a lot of fun because you guys got to see the build of the gun tank, but completely bare, straight build, and then the comparison with my weathered version. I enjoyed that. I think a lot of people really did too. I don't think it's one of my favorite, or not favorite, I don't think it's one of my top viewed videos, but it's actually pretty popular. Once people find it, it's pretty awesome. But things that are insanely popular, and this must go down to the fandom for 00. 00 October. Hands down. Like, early on, I mean, legitimately only 2 months into doing this, and I went, you know what? I want a theme for Halloween. I want a theme. What do I have the most of? 00 kits. All of 00 October, the entire playlist. That was very hard to pull off. Literally thrashing to get the last 3 master grades and everything reviewed and done, and get them in by Halloween, because I was also working on the Grey's Karaibata at the same time. So I'm like, I'm trying to knock out these reviews every single day. I'm talking about, that's when I was doing 3 to 5 reviews a day to get everything ahead, because I had scheduled myself that, okay, 00 October just had to be boom, 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 everything. I had to look back, was it every other day or was it every single day? I don't think I did 30 kits because I don't think I have 30 00 kits, but I think every single Gundam review was a 00 kit. Now this year for 00 October, I'm going to do what I can. It's not going to be as dense as it was last year. I want to get a few 00 kits that I don't have. Nick actually has the high grade, no grade, 1 to 100s, like pretty much all of them. He's going to bring them over. So Double October is going to happen, guys. It's not going to be as dense as it was last year. I figure that's one of the only real major themes I can always come back to for now. This is the year of 00. How can I not do a Double October? And if I can get the new 00MG, if I can get the, yes, you know what I'm talking about, the whatever riser. Either way, I don't care. It's early and I'm tired. So if I want to get another 00MG to like round that out, that'd be a lot of fun. Also, there's a new Exia I didn't even know about. Dion told me about it, and it was like, it's actually an upgrade of the old no grade 100 combined with some of the MG technology. Have you guys heard of this? I didn't know it was a thing. So if he still has one at Hobbytown, I might pick that up. The also fun part about 00 October was reassembling my 00 display, because I had to have it taken all apart for when we moved, because we had just moved in June. And it all had been packed up. I hadn't got everything settled and everything like that. My display was not remotely complete because everything was still in the boxes from the move. You know, boxes and boxes. So it actually afforded me the chance to build that display and show it to you guys as it evolved and got bigger. And I enjoyed doing that. I thought it was a lot of fun. You guys loved watching it, clearly, because those are the most watched videos I have outside of the top 5. So that was actually a ton of fun. I love doing that. Yeah, it's what it is. By the way, guys, Wally, he's my buddy. Alright, so let's talk about the worst things that I did all year long. And some of this will be contradictory, but you'll understand what I mean. Absolute worst build, the first region lays, Giuliette's region lays. You guys could see in that review, I was not happy with it. I did not enjoy the build. It was just not good. Didn't dig it. No, still not liking it. However, the Eox region lays, I like that one. So it's the Giulietta version that sucks. Clearly, would have said that in the Eox reviews. I still have another one to build, not to mention the, what is it called? The Julia? Yeah, the region lays Julia. I still have to build that. Getting there. I have to get back on track on my IBO kits, because I've been doing other stuff, because IBO got overloaded, and you guys know this. I'm sure you guys are getting tired of seeing IBO kits, but still got plenty to do. And legitimately, I'm going to have an entire detolf of nothing but IBO HGs. Think about that. Each little section will be its own display of HG IBO kits. I thought about that. I'm like, I just put this detolf up over here, and right now it's got the full armor. It's got my Star Wars kits, and down at the bottom it's got my Power Rangers Megazords. But I'm going to have an entire detolf for nothing but IBO. It's kind of ridiculous. And also, yeah, I know my lights don't match. I'm going to spend some money and get matching lights. Region Light Julia, Giulietta's region light the region light was the worst build of a Gunpla kit. Totally terrible. However, the irony, the TIE Fighter, right there, that build was annoying. The X-Wing and the TIE Fighter. Did I write down Y-Wing? I wrote down X-Wing. The X-Wing and the TIE Fighter were very annoying because of their water slides. The water slides on the TIE Fighter, interior-wise, absolutely pointless. I should have just gone with the stickers. Put in all this work for something that nobody can see. You can't even access it. So, absolutely pointless. Hated it. The build itself, normally fine, but that was one of the worst things that I had to do. All this tiny, meticulous work, no payoff. It was just horrible. The X-Wing, the water slides on that, the engine covers, terrible. Absolutely terrible design, Bandai. Maybe it's just me. It was my first real go at new water slides. The interior stickers for the dashboard, and actually that goes for the Y-Wing as well. Stupid idea. They're going over a textured surface. They should have just left it flat, or giving you two options for the cockpit area. Give you one that has all the molded details or lights and switches and all that, and then you could paint the detail if you want to. But then to give you a water slide that has to melt over all that texture, it doesn't work. I tried it. It didn't work. Soak it in Mark Softer. Doesn't work. Once again, sorry, nose running. Honestly, that's pretty much the worst builds. I can't think of another build that was just not good. Like, I frustrated all the way through it. Most of them I enjoyed. Almost everything I've built so far. I mean, looking back at it, literally, because it's all behind me. Yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, like the Gym Thunderbolt. That was it was a bear, mostly because it was and I keep saying this wrong. The Gym Thunderbolt was the first thing that I actually reviewed on this channel. So he's over there. I should have pulled that out. Hey, we're going back to 1 year ago. Considering it was my first Thunderbolt kit, it was my first review, and I had to do all that paint work to get it normal. That was terrible. Like, I'd already done a lot of that similar detail and stuff like that on my 00 kits, but that one took the cake, especially considering I was doing it for a review. So that's kind of on there. So realistically, the first thing I ever reviewed was one of the more annoying builds that I had all year long. Now, the funny thing is, like I already touched on, one of the worst reviews, one of the toughest reviews that annoyed me the most, Region Lace, falling apart in my hands as I'm doing it. Remember, if you watch the review, I'm throwing stuff to the back as it goes. Like, as it falls off, it gets thrown to the back. Don't care. Not putting it back on in the middle of this review. It's terrible. The MG Banshee Norn from Master Grade Monday a couple weeks ago. No. Don't know what happened to that kit. It was not that floppy when I built it. Somehow being in storage messed it up. So, like I said in that review, likely I'm going to take the Norn parts, add it to my standard Banshee, and do that. Leave the Banshee Norn in unicorn mode up there with those guys. And if you guys want to see it, I can do the Phoenix. I know you want to see it. I'll do the Phoenix review sometime soon. I just wanted to get off unicorns for a little bit and get into a build. That being said, I haven't started on the Justice yet. I have panel lined it. That's all I've done. I have not started building it. There's a build day at Hobbytown, club meet. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be plowing through that. Forget walking around and doing all the nonsense. I don't have anything else going on there. Actually, that meet's probably not going to have that many people because A-Fest is happening in Dallas, and that's where a lot of the Gundam Club is. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to try to get Justice built today. However, if I don't, I'll just finish it on Master Grade Monday, and the review will be late. You guys know how I do. Let's see, other reviews that were actually pretty difficult. Actually, any of the Transformer reviews tend to be a little more difficult, but mostly because of having to transform things back and forth. The Grimlock review, actually, I had to do it out of order. It was really weird because Grimlock was already in robot mode. That's where he was at. So when he came out of the box, robot mode. All the other Dinobots were in Dino mode. So instead of transforming everything back and forth, so transforming all of them due to the comparison with robot mode, I skipped ahead. I transformed Grimlock to Dino mode, did all the Dinobot stuff, or the Dino mode stuff first, then transformed everybody back to robot mode, and then finished off those comparisons. It was just that back and forth, and anytime you're comparing, that's what sucks. Like with, I think it was Starscream or any of those, where I had to have multiple Transformers in there for comparison. Transforming them all back and forth for reviews, always a pain. Those reviews always take the longest. Apocalypse, thank God I wasn't doing a whole lot of comparison, but having to transform that thing on camera was an absolute nightmare, as you guys saw. It was too big, and you had no room to work with it. Other things, I don't know. Big Boy up there, that was kind of an annoying review just because of everything that was on him, but it wasn't terrible in comparison to, say, the first Unicorn review, which I think was actually a little bit more difficult. The New Gundam, that was an annoying review. And this is not really anything bad to say about Dan. When Dan and I did the co-review of the gun cannon test type, that was a very annoying review because of what we had to do to make it happen. So behind the scenes stuff, I'm filming on my side with my camera right here. We're on a hangout on our computers. Dan is filming on his camera. So we can't see what the other is doing, but we're talking to each other. And we're also talking over each other. So you can actually hear it a little bit if you listen closely, because my headset was legitimately picking up the difference. But what we had to do is Dan had to send me his video file because I didn't want to overlap the audio. He sent me his video file. I had to chop all the videos together, both mine and his. If you watch our reviews, one shows my side, one shows his side, and then it's got the intertwined crap. That was one of the most annoying and hardest reviews to do, and realistically, that is why we haven't done any more. It's just not easy. As you'll find out from the Y-Wing unboxing, Dan was involved in that, but spoilers, there was an issue with recording, and none of his audio made it. Like, there's a small chunk of his audio right at the beginning when we started recording, and then something happened. No idea. Like, I hit record on the computer to record what he was saying. It got only that first thing, and then just went bloop, and it didn't record anything for the next 30 minutes. Like, it was just silence. So, I mean, if there would have been anything, it would have been another story. We should have just done it via Hangouts. If you guys don't know, I hate using Hangouts to record now because the quality is not nearly as good. Plus, if you're doing it across the internets, it's not always reliable. When we had Dennis on, his audio kept dropping for no reason. Like, just a minor signal hiccup just drops off. I hate that part. I hate it. Doing podcasts via the internet, people do it all the time. It's hard, especially if not everybody has equal internet speed, or whenever my modem was dying, as you guys know from my live streams. Yeah, that was bad. Very hard to function on the internet like that. But that's pretty much the worst reviews. Like, the things that were hardest to pull off, the most annoying, most troublesome, especially having to review the thing that was actually so annoying at that point. But let's go ahead and talk about things that I didn't dig toy-wise. First and foremost, I wrote Combiner Wars. It's actually not Combiner Wars. It's Titan's Return. Titan's Return Hot Rod. I liked it when I bought it. The longer I've owned it, the less I like it. The quality of the plastic, stupid. It looks like a McDonald's toy. Like, legitimately, it looks like a McDonald's toy. I still want to get the Takara version, but it's not out yet. The Takara version, and it's nearly $40. It comes with a Target Master instead of this garbage. The paint is so much nicer. I think it's probably decal work, holographic decal flames. But it looks so much nicer. Now, of course, we've got the Power of the Primes coming up, which gives us an entirely new Hot Rod and Rodimus Prime. So this seems pointless to me. Plus, it's just not that good. Like, the fact that, you know, his legs are red, you know, and the bright yellow. It's a McDonald's toy, guys. It's a Ronald McDonald Rod. Hot Ronald McDonald. Anyways. What was the other thing? Oh, I can't get it out. It's over in yon closet. Yonder. The Black and Gold Megazord. 1, very annoying review. 2, as you guys can see in the review, especially comparing it to the Soul Chigoken, not a great Megazord. 20 years ago, 15 years ago, when they first made it, sure, it was the only option. But they should have made a new version for it in the Legacy line. The Dragon Zord blows it out of the water. The Ninja Megazord blows it out of the water. And now we've got a Black and Gold Titanus that I want to get, but realistically, I kind of don't want to keep that going. I mean, there's actually amazing looking figures, and I want a Titanus. I've never, ever had a full-on Ultra Zord from Power Rangers. So, maybe down the line. I mean, they're not super expensive compared to what they used to be, but I haven't even seen one in stores yet. If I do, probably throw it on layaway, realistically, and review it later. Actually, I was trying to get Nick to buy those back from me, because I bought the Megazord from Nick, because I had the Dragon Zord. He didn't really care to have the black and gold anymore. But I'm trying to sell them to him to afford other things. So, you know, it didn't work out, but it is what it is. You know, it's just a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff, guys. Toy reviewers, it's all over the thing. All over the internet, the way they work. But I'm still small. I don't have any sponsorships, nothing like that yet. Hopefully, that'd be awesome. You know, save me some money, plus I get some cool stuff to show you guys. And that's actually what I really, really dig. But those are probably my least favorite things that I've had to review, toy-wise. Let's see if I can think of anything else. I guess realistically, it rolls into things I really liked, but weren't good, so to speak. The pop vinyls. Some of those I absolutely still love. I still have, sadly, my whole collection of them. I tried to get rid of a bunch that I just didn't want anymore. I actually have a ton that I never even reviewed because you guys didn't care. Like most of the time, you guys are Gundam people. They're not the nerds that, not broad range nerds. Like, you know, I'm covering a wide range of things, and you know, maybe that's my fault, but that's just who I am. I'm a nerd over lots of things, not just, you know, tiny little one speck of something. So the pop vinyls, so much money involved, so much money rolled into that. Honestly, if you know, I want to get rid of them. Most of them, I still have quite a few, like my Naruto figures right here, which actually you guys didn't even see the final Naruto figure. Is he laying here? No, he's out in the living room. Another thing, my Doctor... Oh, no, I'm sorry, it's right here. I forgot. So the normal Naruto with the Rasengan, I bought it, never bothered reviewing it because you guys weren't caring. Nobody's watching it. They're getting like 5-6 views, even sharing it in pop vinyl Facebook groups. Nobody cared, so there's no point in continuing to invest money in something that nobody really wants to see. My Doctor Who collection. I have way more Doctor Who's. I've got some David Tennant Doctors. I've got K9, stuff like that. I have an idea for a really fun review, but if nobody's going to watch it, I'm not going to put the work in. You know, including making the TARDIS materialize and dematerialize, and you open it up and there's your next figure. Nobody wants, as far as I can tell, nobody wants to watch that. So why am I going to take all the hours of editing and filming to show you something that you don't really want to watch? And that's the gamble when it comes to reviewing these things. Gunpla, you guys are going to watch that. That's a given. Sorry, my itches. Some of the toys, you guys probably don't even know about half the stuff that I've shown because I picked some random nerdy stuff. Planet X, lesser known third party, but they make amazing things. You guys know this now. But overall, probably the dumbest thing that I've ever purchased is that gold BB-8. It's cool in its own right, but it's such a collector's item that I can't do anything with it. I reviewed it, nobody cared. I'd like to sell it, nobody cares. You know, the problem with Pops is once the initial rush and interest is gone, unless you're finding somebody who's trying to complete a collection, you can't get rid of them. You just get stuck with them. So, you know, I paid $30 some odd for it. I bet I couldn't sell it for 10 right now. Even though they put out those lists all the time on like CNET, because they're usually fake links. Like most rare, most expensive vinyls you don't even think are worth anything. Those stupid lists. But yeah, that's. I don't want to call it a failure by any means. I just say it's probably the most dumbest thing that I've ever purchased. Now the fun, nerdy stuff like right here. The blind box is actually they're not dumb. They were fun to film and stuff like that. Oh wait, sorry. Dumbest thing I've ever bought was that Funko pop box from GameStop when I got the same exact thing twice because I thought they were going to be a mixed grab bag. They weren't. They were exactly the same box. So you guys got the same review twice. Yeah. And like I said, I keep looking at the screen, not at the camera. Screen, camera, screen, camera. Alright, so before I get into the final section, I do just want to thank you guys. It's up to you guys whether I grow or fall off, you know, so your support matters, your views matter. I'm shaking the table. The only thing that I can ask more of you guys is if you have the tiniest amount of funds available, $5 a month, $10 a month, go join my Patreon. I always say it, you know, hey, thank you to my patrons, John, Andy, you guys are awesome. the tiniest amount of money. Those guys together only give me $15 a month, but that actually helps. That helps me get more Gunpla to review for you guys, because the problem of a reviewer, especially one that's up and coming, is affording the things that you want to do, affording the things you want to see, the things you want to show, and to be able to crowdfund that. Have you guys pay for the things that you want to see, or rather, pay to see the things you want. So it makes more sense. Helps out a lot more. You know, $5 a month is the basic membership. You literally just get early access. I've made videos that were just for patrons. I've got more stuff planned. I promise. I have things I've got planned, but I've been trying to catch up on building, and I haven't quite gotten there. So you guys are awesome, and you have patience. You guys usually get to see things early. You guys got to see the Master Grade Monday early for once. Master Grade Monday. But yeah, you guys are great. Andy, John, you guys are awesome. Your support has been great. Also, guys, go check out Backstep's channel and his Instagram and Twitter. You know, same as it is on the YouTube is Backstepped, because he's starting to do reviews. He's starting to check out the builds that he's done, and go support him. Go check him out. He's a really cool dude. So, you know, good do it. But once again, thanks guys. But one part that has always bothered me, I brought this up before, the minutes of viewed content is 5 minutes per view per average on video. I make long videos because I'm detail oriented. I want to show off every little thing here and there. Some people want to say, no, you need to go faster. You need to, blah, 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 you know, fancy cuts, do all this. Ooh, you know, that kind of stuff. Actually, that's flying. Anyways, but that's not what I do, you know. But, you know, watch the videos for longer, guys. Stick it on 1.5, 1.25 speed if you need to. Not the Nerdcast. Listen to them all the way through. You don't even have to watch all the Nerdcasts. Just literally set it down at the whatever lowest video setting and just let it roll in the background. Stuff like that. That's all I can ask. Watch the videos longer, and if you have any spare money, please donate, so it keeps the channel going. It actually does help fund. So like last month, I got money from those guys. I went and bought a new HG kit. You know, things like that. If you want to donate further, if you want to actually give enough money to get a custom kit built for you by me, it's on there. You know, go check it out. I always have the link up there. But I just want to always thank you guys for continuing to support. Even the weirdos like Jetfire who want to argue in the comments, that kind of stuff like that. But hey, I made an entire video just because of Jetfire, so it is what it is. Now we're going to get on to my favorite, most fun things I've done. The favorite, period. The things that we've done on this channel that I love more than anything else. One, the Eoc Brown GIF, more or less. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll link it, or I'll have it running right here. The Eoc Brown thing, just suddenly went, ding, this doesn't exist. I'm going to make it happen. It's so much fun. Makes me laugh every time I watch it, because you see to get a horrible character finally get his comeuppance with a hilarious backtrack sound. Love it. That's one of my favorite things I've ever done. One of my favorite tiny creative moments that I went, yee, that's a good plan. The 90s cartoon podcast, Nerdcast, the 4-hour epic, the Lord of the Rings epic of 90s cartoons that was actually cut short. That's the funny part. Probably one of the most fun things we've ever done. You know, I got to have Corey, got to have Nick, we got to talk to Dennis. So much research, so much everything. But it was awesome to sit and talk about the nostalgia and the things, finding the things that I've forgotten about, the lost series, stuff like that. And here's the great thing: when Daniel came over last week, he brought up a cartoon we completely missed, and it was so much. It was like, whoa, hold on, I totally forgot that was even a thing. And I watched the series, and it was in the 90s. Totally missed it. He brought up something I didn't even find in my research, or I didn't even notice. Which is called the Bots Master, or the Bot Master. Go look it up, or I'll have it popped up right here. One of the few shows you could actually wear 3D glasses with, and the screen was trying to do 3D things. It was crazy. Like, you went into battles, and then all of a sudden the screen goes like 3D mode. Very interesting, probably one of a kind gimmick out of any TV show. Totally brought that up. That was so much fun. Actually talking to Daniel was a lot of fun. We ranted forever. Like we finished filming, and then he didn't leave for like another hour and a half because we were talking about Power Rangers. We're talking about '90s cartoons, stuff like that. Like he's like, "Yeah, I need to go." And we just kept talking. Every time we're like, "Okay, cool, man. I'll catch you next time." And then we go off on another tangent. That's what's. I never even met the guy. I only had one conversation with him about prior to the Nerdcast. So much fun meeting new people and nerding out with them. And he's going to come back for the Power Rangers Nerdcast eventually, because Power Rangers movie, we're coming after you. The builder showcases, some of the most fun I've had sitting and talking with people about their own work. I look at my stuff all the time, show you guys what I'm working on. To look at someone else's work, to see the passion they put into it, to see their custom work, their stuff like that, it exhilarates me because I know the passion I put into the things I build and I customize. To watch someone else light up when they're talking about the thing that they did, or in the case of the very first one we did, Dustin Word, never even talked to the guy prior to this except on Facebook. I finally got to meet him at Anime Matsuri. We had a good time hanging out all day. I never even posted the stuff that we did together. But Apocalypse got to meet Computron right at the end of the day. We were struggling, and we finally got pictures of Apocalypse and Computron together. That was a lot of fun. Dougie, holy crap, the stuff Dougie builds. He's coming back. Dougie's going to be back on the showcase when he's finished with his current builds that he's working on. Plus, Dougie, thank you for those parts so I can build my own Samus eventually. Getting there. I got to get an extra Helmvig and an extra Kimaris to make that happen. But that will be a fun build. You guys will get to see that, and maybe he can bring his, whenever I build mine, he can bring his Samus over, and we can check that out together. But talking about the showcase, one of the most fun times, one of the best videos I ever, best ideas, stuff like that, the showcase swap. Those four guys, great builders, awesome dudes, and bringing everybody together and doing that awesome reveal. One of the most, that should be under one of the most annoying builds, building the plexiglass boxes for the reveal. That was terrible. Absolutely horrible. It took me the better part of a day to get those boxes built, and then fogging them, and then how high I got just from the clear spray to fog those things up. That, yeah. But one of the best times we ever had. Whatever with the people being late or the filming issues, the camera dying and overheating, people talking, whatever. It was so much fun getting to hang out with those guys. And the entire process of the swap was so much fun. Knowing what they're building, but them not knowing anything. Getting to see their progress. Getting to like, man, I'm going to make this so awesome for them. Guys who are so excited to build something for someone else. And I want to do more. I want to do more swaps. I want you guys out there to see more crazy stuff that people do. Go watch those videos, guys. Not enough people have seen those videos, and I've shared them all over the place. So go check out the two different Shoky Builder Showcase swaps. Swap. But yeah, it's just, those are the most fun things that I've gotten to do in the last year. And I want to keep doing it. I want to keep doing it for the community, not just this community, but the Gundam community. Because connected people that didn't really know each other. They were just all in the same club, whatever. Even Josh Como, who's coming all the way from San Antonio to come hang out. I mean, holy crap. He drove for 4 hours just to come hang out with us, build some guns, and talk about the awesome thing that he built. Not to mention get to take home a really sweet MGH1. So I want to thank you guys. I want to thank everybody who's ever come on the show that I've gotten to talk to. I want to thank Dan, Second Soundwave, Max Duo, you guys, for getting me set up, for pulling me into the YouTube community. I know we haven't gotten to do a whole lot in the last few months because life is busy. But we'll get together, we'll do another MS report or even another Nerdcast later on down the line. I talk to those guys pretty much daily. But thanks to anybody who came on Showcase. Nick, thank you for your support always. You're a good friend, buddy. And you'll always be, you're always welcome in the Shoky Cave. Most people are welcome in the Shoky Cave because this is where fun happens. Things are going to change a little bit over time. I need to get a build desk in here, get rid of this massive TV that's not doing me any good. So I'm going to actually be able to build in here. So whenever I can do live streams and stuff like that, I'm not out in the living room sitting right next to the air conditioning unit with all the horrible sounds going on. That way I can review and build in the same area, keep all my crap contained, because that's one thing I've spilt into the living room way too much, and I have a tiny bit of guilt over that, because the wifey wants to keep a cleaner house than than I allow. But yeah, so thanks for your continued support, guys. 1 year in the bag. Shoky reviews year 2 is beginning with the Master Grade Monday. That's going to be late because that's how we do things here. But from me and Wally, remember, as always, guys, keep on nerding, keep on building, and let's keep building this community together for the next year. See you then.